Hi, Pep. It's that time of the year that I'm going to ask you about the Libertadores final. Fernandinho is involved this time. It's the second time that his club is going to play the Libertadores final. The first one was with him, so the season before he left Europe, so his impact is back again to the club. Have you been in touch with him since he left?
Some messages, I will call him, of course, but wish him luck. So it's a big achievement, of course. Libertadores like a Champions League final here. So what achievement again. So maybe he thought I come there to make last 2 years, and look at that, going to play the most important game in South America. So wish him luck for he deserves all the best,
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. Last week you said you were impressed with Brighton, the way they played, and to this sort of amateur observer, they almost look like they played like your team against you. Possession play in your part, in your defensive part of the pitch. Why do more teams not play like this against you? Do you think they're scared to?
We'll find a solution. As much as they play that way, we can find a way to break them as well. So every system have a contra system. So that's for sure. So I don't know. I think football is open. It's not say this is better than the other one. I hate when the people say, no, this football is better than the one. Everyone plays what he wants, and every manager is free and open. If they don't do it, it's because they don't believe it. Or believe it, they will do it. If you play against, for example, Atalanta in Italy, will be quite similar. And now Olympique de Marseille will be quite similar. So there are a few teams already a little bit more than they are more in that terms, because they're 4-4-2, 4-3 in zonal, every movement. Now it's more one man, pop, I go, intensity in all departments. So
all great teams. I don't think there's any argument. Your City team's great. Have a fear factor. Opponents almost can be scared. Are you aware of this? Is this something that's important, that helps your team? That you're almost half a goal ahead in a lot of games because it's Manchester City, and it's difficult for us to sort of express ourselves how we like them.
Yeah, maybe some of them. Other part, sometimes when you make a build-up, they have another option to drop. So, but always I have the feeling that every manager have an idea to try to avoid that and be themselves. Some teams, they said, okay, we accept to drop a little bit to when you lose the ball to put you in counter-attack. So many teams in Europe, and important ones in here in England as well. So, and the other ones say, no, I don't care if you are Man City or Liverpool or a big club. I'm going to do my game. It doesn't matter if I lose. I believe in that. I convince my players. It doesn't matter against an opponent you play. I'm going to be myself and do it, and that's all. And the other ones, but that's what I said before. So every manager has his own way. Sometimes adapt. How many times player teams like playing that way? We start the game and they adjust and they play differently. So Leicester play normally 4 in the back, and when we play against them lately, when we lost here 2-6, I think so, and the other one play 5 in the back, and 5 I didn't expect it, I didn't know it. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Just to adapt and read it as quick as possible and try to to break the system. Because every system has the weak points. Everyone, all of them. No team have with the system to play because system is players quality. Always there are weapons or weaknesses, strengths to know to read it and try to discover it.
Hi, Pep. Before the season started, we talked to you about your contract situation, and you were very relaxed about it. Obviously, there's no pressure on either side, but you did mention you might hold talks during the season. You mentioned possibly the World Cup break. Is that on the agenda? Is it a plan maybe during the World Cup break to discuss it with the owners?
Not yet.
And is your attitude still the same, that you're happy to let it go on as long as it's necessary?
I will not get injured to not extend the contract, so...
I think you said at the start of the season that because it was a strange season with a break for the World Cup, that during the first block all you wanted to do was kind of stay around the top of the table, there or thereabouts. Are you been satisfied with what your team has achieved in this first little block before the break?
No, I have been a team like it was a mate, so I'm satisfied, but this one team has been better so far. Today Arsenal will be champion. So, but yeah, in general, yeah, coming from back to back, the expectations about how we react after the previous back to back was really, really poor at the beginning of the season. This one was completely the opposite. In this part of the season, like, it was completely different. Qualify for the Champions League is the main target was. Look how many incredible top teams are out of the Champions League already. Still one game left to decide everything. So this is the main important thing. And the league is trying to be there, because we knew it is not going to be decided before the World Cup. But never, even no World Cup in October, November is never decided. But of course, with the break, it's important to finish as much high as possible in the table. So we have 3 games in our hand, still 9 points to play, quite a lot. And I have the feeling these 3 games will say a lot about our, not future in terms of championship, but about what we want to do in the Premier League this season.
You mentioned Arsenal. Obviously, you sold 2 players to Arsenal in the summer. Lots of other clubs may have looked at that situation and said, if a player wants to leave, you can, but we'd rather you didn't stay in the Premier League. You can go abroad and not join a rival. But obviously, you took a different view. Was there ever a part of you, or when your conversations with Cheeky, where you thought we'd rather they didn't go to Arsenal or a rival that we...
Well, every player is different. Every player is different, situation is different. But I think, from my point of view, that the guys who gave us what they gave us, like Raheem, Alex, and Gavi, what they gave us, they deserve to choose where they want to play. Because if they don't want to go to Arsenal or Chelsea, they will stay here. But they don't stay here, why you have to say, no, you cannot be there? I think they did not belong to a big team, a big club. So big clubs, when you want a player, you fight for them. If they don't want, go wherever you want. As much you arrive in agreement with the club and you are happy to go there. We want all of them have a good memories this time they were here in this club. All the people take care of them, the family, and they enjoy playing. When they believe it's enough, who we are to say one person, a family, say, no, you cannot go there. I don't like it. So if Arsenal is stronger, it's okay. So they arrive in agreement for the club. We have incredible good transfers for the club, so everyone is happy. So I cannot have impossible bad word all of them, because thanks to them we are who we are right now. Like before with Joe Hart, David Silva, Sergio Company, thanks to them we are who we are. So this is a process like families past grandfathers, fathers, sons, daughters. So it's the same. So hopefully the next step with the new players, managers, maybe CEO, I don't know, can get the good thing that he maintain this level.
Did you feel though, looking at that, that's quite a brave decision? Because I think lots of other clubs in that situation wouldn't have made that same decision.
I don't judge the other ones. They can do whatever they want. But I'm saying every situation is different. So I'm not saying in another play is going to happen. What I'm saying is, if they ask me the opinion of the club, because they didn't ask me, the opinion of the club is what I think. So I would not like to say, I'm here, I'm going to leave. No, you cannot go to be manager here or there. Where I'm adult enough to know what I have to do to be a club, tell me what I have to do. As much the agreement, both clubs and the player are happy to do this.
Hi Pep, you just spoke about the importance of finishing these 3 Premier League fixtures strongly. How important is it then that you've got this game against Sevilla where you can make those changes if you wanted to?
But the important in Sevilla is the fact that we are already qualified. If we were not already qualified, it would be massively important and finish even first on the table. We got it, 1 game left. In the past was the 2 games left, so it's a big achievement. So the last years, every time we go through, and finishing most of the times except the first season first in the table. So not for anything special, because the draw you never know it's going to happen. But it's good to have the second leg at home and show that we want to do it again. And just take a look how difficult it is. So the people judge, everyone is a failure, is no qualify for the next round, Champions League. It's difficult as this business. How criticize teams like they are out. The other ones are good too. The people have to understand that. Not to have a big name, not to have a big league. Everything is for granted. The first words when we finish qualify in Dortmund, first in the table, I said to the players, guys, you know again how difficult you have done. So, but please don't think about just to be blue shirt. Manchester City, this is going to happen all the time. You have to win it, and you won it again. Not for the Manchester City next season going to be, just in case we qualify for the Champions League, it's going to happen. If we go to Belgium, like Bruges finished now, is the first in the table. We won 0-5 last season there. I said, it's easy. Yeah. We won Sporting de Lisboa, we won in 80 finals 0-5, I don't know. It's easy. Look what happened 1 year later. Almost the same managers, the same players. It's difficult. Everything is difficult. And that's why when the people, clubs, or it doesn't matter. The teams are well prepared. Everyone, the Champions is special. How many influences for the decisions the referees happen? Do you know, for example, Atletico Madrid, do you see the action, the penalty? How to influence the manager there, or the club, or the players? In this situation, tell me. You can prepare, no? Shoot the penalty, a save, head, crossbar, shoot your mate, talk in the feet, and go to the heaven. Tell me. This is lucky or not lucky, or tell me the definition of what we saw. And now we could be alive and that. They did something wrong in that, no. But the other ones always they play, they are good. Leverkusen have a good pace, and the other teams are good. And we saw Sporting Lisboa how difficult it is. And so that's why I'm humble enough, honestly, to give credit to. I win a game in Champions League is a big success. I qualify is a huge success. I know just it means here if you win the Champions League or not win the Champions League. I know that, but it's not. It's difficult. This business football is difficult, more complicated. We wanna apparently say no, they spend a lot of money, and they have to win absolutely. I'm sorry, it doesn't work. Well, the other clubs spend a lot. It didn't happen. Not because we're better than the other one. No, because we try to understand to the players how difficult is everything. To be right now just 2 points behind the leader is so difficult. It's so complicated. Still there 1 more year close to the top of the league. One team have been better by being there. No, because we won back-to-back. Now Manchester City have to win 20 points behind. December have to win that. This is bullshit. This is not true. This is not the reality. The reality, Leicester is difficult, but it was here against Brighton. Hampote was difficult and the Cherby was difficult. You have to. I saw a locker room of players after Brighton. They were exhausted. They did not even take the phone. Imagine how tired they were. They don't have not even energy to open and see Instagram. What is the news? So that's why I'm so happy to be all of us to be next round and in the league in this three. Be focused to try to go to the break and after the World Cup start now I would say the real season, but start together already and to finish the season. This is my view.
Pep, you were talking there about that consistency to be there, and you said before after the last back-to-back the reaction was very poor compared to now. In what sense? Is that performances only or something else, mentality?
The training session was not as much high and our performance was not good and we dropped points. It was in that period Liverpool that made 99 points. It was unstoppable. And because in the first 10 games you don't win the Premier League, but you can be a little behind. And if you drop massive, and look now Newcastle is another part of it's already there. I saw against Tottenham Spurs that it was magnificent for both sides, but I see the physicality that we faced them in the third game of the season. And imagine this team with 1 game a week, with European competitions, he's a contender to be there, for a long. Because the manager is Eddie, you know how good it is, and with the new players they come and the way they play, brave. You go to against the Spurs and the central defenders man-to-man against Harry Kane, Son, no problem at all, and a good quality in many things. So, and I saw this season when we were in the States in the preseason, said, I like it. I like what you see. There are many things, details that they tell you, signals. The team arrive in time. When you change exercises, how quick they are, how focused they are when you're talking. If you look at me or just look in the grass, many details that they are there, and that's why. Always I said to them, you are a genius, guys. You are really good because you are still there. You could be, I'm not starving enough. I'm okay. We went back to back. Just focus in the Champions League, because now I won already 4 Premier Leagues. Why they have to play more? It's completely the opposite. That's why we are still there. But it's just a part. So I had the feeling that United is coming back. Finally, United is coming back. I have signals yesterday and the games, like against Chelsea the first half, like I said, I like it, what I see United right now. So there will be a lot of teams fighting for that. That's why you have to fight to qualify for Champions League, you fight for the title.
Just saying there's lots of little things you can pick up on. Did you know last time, like 3 years ago, did you think this is going to be a difficult
Yeah,
season.
but at the end, you can. It's not in general. There was few key players like it drop a little bit, and you tell them, but you don't feel it. Isn't what else? Not necessary. If you said the things, oh, you are not good enough. You have to be more intense, or you have to be. You lose simple things, the simple basics. The ball of your quality, you cannot lose the simple things, and you do it. But if they are not there, they are not there. But at the end, we finished second. The season was not bad. We finished second. We were not out for the Champions League. So all the times in these years we finished first. But if not, we finished second. If not, we finished third the first season. So it's not bad enough, for the club. Only I want to know for all the club, not just for the team, is not think about that it's because we're a city. What they have done is always will be like that. For granted, we are good. We are going to qualify. We are going to win. There will be the huge mistakes we can make, the biggest one. But the history is full of teams winning more than us, than there are decades that are in the bottom. Like this. And you have to avoid it. But be humble, respect incredible our opponents. And one of the reasons why we are success in Champions League is because we respect incredible, and the players know it, every opponent. I talk about them like they were the Milan Homsaki. All of them. And I said, you are... No. I play Carabao Cup, I have 3 meetings. 3. Set pieces, offenses, defenses. And maybe 4. And they know in that teams they pay more attention than we play against, for example, I don't know, Liverpool, the other one, because we know each other quite well. So it's the only way to be there. If the club believes I don't have to do it because I won, it's the first step to go down. And otherwise, with me, my team is not going to happen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.